Alright, I'm gonna look for a good place to go fishing, good resort to stay at, so I'm gonna just look on the web here. See what happens. We're gonna Google map some Minnesota fishing resorts here. Alright. Few selections here. Let's see what we like. Alright. Gull Four Seasons Resort, huh? We enjoyed our stay at Gull Four Seasons Resort last year. Family very well kept, clean units, clean fish cleaning house, huh? Well, I even found some other ones. It sounds like a good place. Just check it out here. Alright, sunfish, just what we're looking for here. Let's take a look at the map here. See what we got. Love Lake, here I've heard of that. The Hayfield, great summer fishing. Try putting down a crappie minnow and also some fish will take them. Sounds like that's the place we're gonna hit up. Right there. The Hayfield. Alright, we're gonna teach you guys how to catch some sunfish today. We're heading out to the Hayfield here on Gull Lake. Not too far from Gull Four Seasons Resort here, that's where we're staying. And yeah, so we'll take you through it. We're on a drive now. It's about a 2-minute drive from Gull Four Seasons Resort to get to the Hayfield, and we'll go step by step once we get there. We have arrived at our destination here in the Hayfield. Step one, the first thing you want to do is you want to get yourself in about between 7 and 8 feet of water. I mean, you can be shallower than that if you want. And then start looking over the side of the boat, and you should see weeds. I mean, I don't know if you can see these on the film here, but there's weeds sticking up maybe like a foot under the water, and we're in 7 feet of water here. So that's about where you want to be. Then once you get your boat stopped there, you're going to want to hook up the anchors and pitch them over the side. And we're going to be still fishing for them, so we're going to anchor ourselves, sit here, and hopefully get on some sunfish. We are in a very... Step one, you're going to want to get yourself a panfish hook. I prefer using red in color. I mean, sometimes you can even catch sunfish without bait on there, just if you got a brand new red hook. But then about 8 to 10 inches off of the hook, after you got it tied on, you're going to want to put 2 split shot sinkers on there. That just gives you enough weight to stay on the bottom. I prefer not fishing with the bobber. A lot of people like using a bobber. I mean, if you get on the sunfish, you aren't going to need a bobber. Once you hit the bottom, the fish is going to be biting, and that's what we're hoping for here. And then I'm going to be starting off with some panfish leeches. They usually go, I mean, here's what they look like. I mean, with leeches, you can use crappie minnows, leeches, or crawlers for sunfish. If you use crappie minnows, you're going to be getting on some bigger ones along with the leeches. You usually get some bigger sunfish. Crawlers as well. I mean, they're all excellent baits on this lake for catching sunfish. Just hook it in here a couple times. So then that way it's not going to fall off right away. Once you get a bite, it won't rip right off. You got that? Just put your line over the side of the boat. Drop her down. Wait for a fish.
I got one.
Look at that. She's already got one. There's a nice one, nice pumpkin seed there. This right here, I mean, look at that. Look at the size of that. Can't complain about that. That's what the size sunfish you're gonna be catching over here are. I'm fishing out here for about 10 minutes now. We've caught I'd say at least a dozen big sunfish, a couple rock bass, and a few littler sunnies, but all in all, it's been pretty good so far. I mean, it's just pretty much been, I just dropped my line down here. Hasn't been very long and you're getting a bite, so it's pretty solid action here. Here we go. I got one. Look at the size of this thing. Way bigger than the palm of my hand. This is what we're catching. There it goes. Yet another sunny. Alright, so we've been fishing for a couple hours. We ended up catching, I'd say, a minimum of 40, 45 sunfish between the four of us. We threw a few back because we only prefer keeping the big ones. We don't need that much fish for us to have a fish Friday night. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, it's been pretty productive out here, working out in the hayfield here. We're gonna head back in, fillet these bad boys up, and eat some lunch, but we'll give you a quick view of what we got in the live well here. These are all pretty nice sunnies in here. There's a few that are sitting on the top. They got pulled out. We got 3 pretty nice sized rock bass that we decided to keep too. They're always good eating out of this lake, so. All right, so we're back from our day of fishing on the lake here. We caught about 45 sunfish in an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we kept about 25 nice large ones. I'll know exactly how many we caught once I'm done stringing them up here, and then we're gonna go fillet them up, and I'll show you the best way to fillet them so that you got them filleted for supper tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the video to this point. All right, we're here in the fish cleaning house. We ended up with, after stringing them up, we ended up with 30 sunfish and 3 rock bass. And rock bass out of this lake are excellent to eat too, so catch them when you catch sunfish. Might as well keep them. They got some pretty nice fillets on them. Tastes the same as sunfish. So now the next step is going to be filleting them all. So. Alright, after you got your sunfish on here, you're going to want to make it so the back fins are facing you for this first cut. Go up under this fin here. You're going to lift that up with the knife, slip it under there, and then just blow through it sideways like that. And you're going to want to start cutting along this back fin here with your knife. Just to get her started. You just slip it through, blow off the back, come back. Finish up the front here. You got yourself your fillet cut off there. Next side, you flip it over. The back fin's going to be facing away from you. Again, lift up under this fin here. Cut down in. Want to get her. Once you get her on the run here, it's nice and easy. Once you get past these first ribs here, that's the only thing that's tough on the knife. And these sunfish, cut her off the back. Got your second fillet, discard the rest. Next step, you're going to want to take out the ribs. So you're going to want to get underneath there with the knife. Just work it a little bit till it starts cutting, and then you're going to want to pull back on the ribs a little bit with your pointer finger there. Just keep slipping the knife up through there, and eventually, once you get her on the run, like I said earlier, these things just slip off. Take that, get rid of the ribs. I'm going to cut through here. Clean the rest of your fillet off. And the next thing is a Y bone. They aren't as bad in sunfish, but they're always something you clean out. You don't have any bones in your fish. Cut that little chunk out of the middle. You got yourself a fillet.